Yo, 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 we are already streaming here. And now we're entering here in Instagram. Yeah. I'm gonna just write a little comment on my Instagram page here for people to join. Ok, déjale esto ahí por ahí para mi gente. Y ahora vuelvo acá al otro stream. Ok, super cool. Mi gente, saludo. Hey everyone. We're doing Spanglish today. You know how it is. Para toda mi gente que está en Instagram, que son mucho más hispanohablantes, estoy en YouTube para que puedan comentar y puedan ver el live bien con detalle. Hoy vamos a estar haciendo un kind of tutorial aquí de sampleo. So yeah. Anyways, to my English speaking people, please follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell button so that you can comment on this live stream, because can only see the comments that are on YouTube. And I'm gonna go and search my YouTube channel over here on my phone just to check that everything is running cool. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to rename my live stream, but I'll name it later. It's not guitar beats today. We're doing something different today. But yeah, so I got this comment from somebody on YouTube. I don't remember his name right now. Let me go search for that, because that's valid. It's valid for everyone. So Mr. at Track Hustler ENT said, I appreciate the stream, bro. Could you do one showing how you approach sampling if you do shop loop samples? That's the comment right there for you guys right here. I appreciate the stream. And I was like, sure, man, I got a couple of videos doing just that, but I always have fun sampling. So I'm gonna show you guys how I sample in Studio One. What's the approach that I take if I'm going to sample loops or whatever. So yeah, para los que en español, vamos a estar sampleando hoy. Vamos a ver si conseguimos un loop o algo chévere para samplear. Y enseñarles cómo yo hago el sampling dentro de mi DAW preferido, que es Studio One. Así que vamos acá, vamos al DAW rapidito. DAW en Cam, that's how I got them. Y para que no vean esto, aquí tienen el programa ya. Como pueden ver, está en cero. No tengo absolutamente nada. Y lo que voy a hacer es que para empezar esto, para hacerlo rápido y fácil, es que yo voy a ir a Splice. Ahora, yo no voy a ir a Splice aquí. Yo voy a ir a Splice en la aplicación. Déjame ver si no tengo que hacer sign in. I hope that I don't have to sign into this today, but let's see. Yeah, I got some chronic also. You know how it is that I always love to have my chronic when I am creating. So that's that. Let's go back to the stream here, see if anybody is online. I know it's early, but you can maybe appreciate it. So here I am at the Unsplice app, and let's just browse. No, let's just browse loops. I don't even know what do we have. What are we having here new? What's this? Sour plus. Let's see. Let's look for some loops here. I don't know. I just picked a random thing. These are a couple of cool loops that they have. Let's see if we can find just a random thing that we like. I mean, all of them really like sound really cool, you don't even want to sample them. Let's pick another pack. I don't know, like it's all Afrobeat and stuff. Why? I guess what's cool is to sample. Obviously, like maybe you want to go with a genre that is not convenient, like it's not hip hop or trap or anything. It's just like maybe jazz stuff, or maybe like this one, it's soul stuff. You know, like find loops that already have like a whole band in there, you know, and then try to sample those stuff. See this one. This one sounds cool. This one is in A minor. It's in 86 BPM. So right now, I like this one. I'm gonna drag it into my DAW here. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Okay, tengo loop. I have the loop here. It's faster because of the tempo, so I'm gonna put it in the original tempo, 86, and the key was A minor, so we're gonna keep it like that to make it easy, you know. But yeah, I should have changed the title on this. Let's see if I can do that here. No, can I change the title? Can't. Let's see if I can change the title here on YouTube Creator. Yeah, maybe. Let me change this title really quick. Let's put sampling. I just want you guys to know what we're doing today here. Sampling tutorial. I'm gonna call it, so it's more engaging for people. All right. That's it for that. Michelis is el deal. Saludo Corillex. All right, Michi. Saludo. I have to be on Instagram too now to see the. All right. That's why I got another monitor back there that I'm going to install later on so that I can have all my chats and all my stuff here. But yeah, so yeah, we're back here. What I turn to do for sampling these type of things. Now, you could go ahead and listen to them and chop them up wherever you like them, and then like put them together. You could totally do that, and that's one way of just chopping up the sample. Just go here, number 3, and then chop here, you know, and then you can just like rearrange them. Put this one here. Let me just mute this for a second, and then you can put this one. Something like that. It's kind of the same thing, I think. Let me listen to this. Wait. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing, right? But you got the idea. It's all about shopping and listening, really, to whatever you like most. But what I like to do, if I'm sampling here, it would be to go over here to quantize and have them in a half step. I press the region that I'm going to be sampling, and I press Control S. Now Control S because I already have the macro set up. But you can also go here to the right click, and I let's see, I think it's right here, and I'll tell you in a second. Right here, an event, and put a split at grid, you know, and it'll just split it like this. I would press X. I would again select them all, press X, so it makes a crossfade so that I don't have no clicks and pops at the end of the samples. And then I will proceed to right click, go down here to audio, and then send to new sample 1. So now I have it in my keyboard. See? And after I have it in my keyboard, let me engage this. But you could like just play it along like this. So you can see that you can do a whole bunch of stuff with this, really. And what I do is I put the click on, you know, and then just play with it a little bit, you know. Something like that. You see, we can do a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna leave that there because I did some stuff that I liked. We could also go here if you want to get really creative with it. Like first, what I like to do the melody first, right? But you can take random samples like this one and pick it from here, from this bar, and press edit sample, so that you're just gonna edit that one. It does this. And here you can cut it off, or you can do whatever you want with it. So if you just want that part, or if you want just the last part, you can bring in these little arrows, you know. And you can also take the whole sample and press reverse here in the sample one, and now it's gonna be reversed. But just only that sample is gonna be reversed. So if I take edit sample off, then you can do. So endless possibilities for sampling. There was something that I did over here that I really liked. Let's see. So we can do so many things with this, like right here. This is where I love it. This is where I love. I'm just gonna take this part right here. I'm gonna color this a little different. Also, I'm gonna color it like violet. And so let me bring it back. And now let me see it in the MIDI roll. Now we got it like right here on the MIDI roll. We can see in detail what are the notes that we play. We're a bit off grid here. We're just gonna select everything and press Q and bring it to the one right here and see how that sounds. So here you start kind of putting things where they go, and maybe like this. No, maybe it was this one. You gotta work with the velocities too. And maybe stretch them out so that it doesn't have that blank, but you could also have the blank wherever you want. So right here, I would just blanket before that, right here. And maybe this one also. See, like now we can have like a groove going. Right here, maybe. That's what I wanna. Maybe here. What happened? Maybe, yeah. Right here. Da, da, da. Something like that, you know? Let's hear it again. Maybe like that? What do you guys think? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah! It sounds fun! Hey, anybody is on Instagram right now, vayan a YouTube. Vayan a YouTube y síganme allá, mi gente. Síganme en YouTube y déjenme en comentarios en YouTube. Por favor, que no puedo ver el Instagram. Déjame ver si hay alguien en Instagram. Yo, Pink Leopard, Tsunami, J Tulsi, que es la que. Bienvenido. Síganme en Instagram. Digo, síganme en YouTube para que puedan comentar conmigo. Alright. So, me gusta esto. I like this. I like what's going on here. You know? And maybe we can play a little bit again with just play that. Let's have it in a loop. I want to try something here later, but so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this loop, and then I'm gonna keep playing with this a little bit. Kind of do that just to give it a little, so it will be this note, be like right here. Actually, like, you can keep playing with it, but I think that is perfect right now for like a beat. And then after I have it like this, what I like to do is, you know, I already have it like that. I'm not gonna play with it a lot, but I don't want to get rid of the MIDI track in case I want to do more to it, right? So what I do is I go to the region where in the editor window right here, I go to this purple region where the MIDI is at. I press X. I press right click. Sorry about that. Press right click. And then I will go to, what was it again? Wait. I will go to mix down selection, which is right here, mix down selection on the event. You can just press Shift M, and I think that will just mix down your selection, or Control M. And so let's do it like that, Control M, and now we have a section that is stereo, you know? So we have the loop that we sampled, now it's in audio, it's taking less of your CPU. and it's easy to manipulate, and you have it in stereo. So I like to go here, check the track out where it's hitting. We could probably also go here to the inspector and press Shift I, get that gain knob up right here. I'm just gonna lower it. Now what I like to do is add the effects. Now for the effects, maybe if almost always I will go with a Pro EQ, with a Q, taking some of that low end. Yeah. I just want to give it a little bit more high end. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I got a lot of interruptions when I come to my mom's house to work. That happens. Everybody wants to say hi. But now we got the sample there, man. So that's one way to do it. You can just add the drums to this, and that's it. What I like to do is just get really crazy with it. So I go to different types of effects that might turn your sample around and give it another twirl. So I always go with the cymatics one because they got really crazy stuff like this delay. So let's look for a preset and then we'll work from there. So this is like it's like a crazy delay that each delayed note has a different pitch and a demodulation at the same time. So yeah, so let's listen to it with that. You see, like it's weird. And you can play with it. This one sounds pretty cool. And it gives you like a different melody. See that? We can also be like automating it. Go. We can just leave it like this one. I actually like it better when like that. It was pretty cool, but let me see if I can add this one. Yeah. You can do that and then add some reverb to it. And I want to add the dark sky one. Let's turn down the mix a little bit. Let's turn up the speed. Nah, let's turn it down again. Now it's like you added a couple more melodies and more layers with just adding the effects. I wouldn't do anything else to this, actually. Just like play with it a little bit, and then we'll go over here and we'll go to Splice, see what other sounds that this may give us. And this way, you know, it's super easy to just lay down ideas and make a beat out of this, you know. Now we got some stuff here that we could add. So maybe I will have this, right? But maybe I will just just lower it. Just have it like really low in the background, you know? I could even add some nothing really. Now what I will go is to drums here. I will go to drums here in Splice, see what kind of loops it gives me. Let's take those synths out. Oh shit. Let's see what else we got. That's so cool. You know what we could try to for this? We can add like a little altar boy to play with the pitch. It could be just like a bass. Now it sounds like a bass. Maybe add a little bit of saturation. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, man. And then for the drums, we can just keep looking for some stuff here. Check this one out. Yeah. Oh man, that sounds so cool like this. I don't know, I like it. Boom. Boom. That sounds so cool. Yeah, man, you can do practically anything to something sampled like this. And then take that bass out if you want. And let's look for like some trap loops. Let's see. Oh shit. This could totally be part of the loop. Ah, this one is cool. It's kind of like a lo-fi kind of thing. And there you guys, there you got it guys, like there you have a nice lo-fi beat. Doing anything really, just 3 tracks, a drum loop, kind of a bass thing going on. You can even just take out some of these like this. Just taking out that reverb gives it like if you were taking out a pad from it. And then we come around again. And now we could do all of that with automation, you know. So yeah, I guess what I was trying to say with this live, I kind of just show you guys. That is how I approach sampling, you know, like we can still work on it more, like the bass. We can just do a manual bass here with our own keyboard to make it sound like it's more, you know, more with the song. This one is like a groovy kind of thing, you know. We can add that perk loop that we found earlier here. This one, it has like a little 808 thing going on. So you can just mute these and put this one here. Without the... And then it will go. Oh. So I would mute these two, like this will be the intro here without the... So how that would I automate this? I would just go here to this cogwheel right here and go to hover over it, bypass, and then I will just press A here to automate the bypass. And so I want my bypass to turn on here, right? And then here I gotta pick the whole thing, turn it down, right? Now I've automated this. And now this is what it's gonna do. Wait, why is it still... Oh, I did the automation wrong, I think, guys. So yeah, it was the other way. This one goes up, this one comes down. Why? Right. Yeah, just like that. There you go, like a nice there you go, like a nice sample beat right there, you know, for sure. Let me take a little small break right now here. Let me go to my cam. Yo, what's going on? Yes, we are going to make another beat in a second. I'm gonna try to make it also sampled, but be like more in the dark area, like faster BPM and stuff like that. That one was just I would say just slow BPM. I'm also noticing now that I have to change this pitch. Like I have to take it up 2 steps up, so it sounds right. No, it didn't. Sorry, it's just that I had this and I forgot. Just goes here. It sounds like it's working. I think the sample was already in tune. Sorry about that. So, but with the format, it makes it sound more bassy, yeah. But we can also add another bass if we wanted to. But right now, let me just take a little break. Let's check out the Instagram, see if anybody's commenting over there. Colores de Tursi, que Tursi sabe. Hi, sí. Saludos, Tursi. Saludos a todo el mundo que está entrando. Weiss Ángel, Jabber B, Eric Joel. Todo el mundo que está entrando. Gracias por estar aquí. Se me está acabando la batería en la cámara, papá. Bueno, un brequecito aquí ahora para beber agua. Ya está seco. Segundito aquí para poder prender esto. Y también vamos a ir nuevamente al DAW. Y vamos ahora a hacer otro beat. Vamos a bojar todo lo que tenemos aquí, mi gente. Y tú vas a decir, diablo, loco, es una tremenda idea. ¿Por qué tú lo bojas? Pues en verdad, como que yo no lo voy a borrar como tal. Yo lo que voy a hacer es que yo voy a buscar mi scratch para aquí. Y yo voy a seleccionar todo esto que yo hice y yo lo voy a traer para acá. Lo único malo es que si yo bojo todo esto, entiendo que se me borra todo esto también. Déjame chequear ahí. Y está bien, no hay problema, mi gente. Como que eso era un beat para enseñar cómo era el proceso de sampling. Just wanted to show you guys the process of sampling. And we're going to make another beat now that's going to be more towards the music that I do. So I'm going to put 150 BPM right out the bat. And I'm going to go to my files now. Antes que yo haga eso, tengo que ir y poner el DAW de nuevo. Que es la que ahora sí. Now you guys can see my stuff. And now I'm going to search, as I'm smoking this doobie, I'm going to search for other loops that might sound pretty cool and see what we can come up with sampling also. I did not talk about time stretching and the first part of this video, but maybe we will for this one. So what was the this one, rip speakers right here. We got here I think that we got a couple of inspiring melodies. We got ethnic melodies. Check it out. That was pretty cool. That's pretty loud. That is pretty loud. This one sounds pretty cool just as it is. And this one also sounds pretty cool as it is. This is pretty cool. This is pretty good to sample too. This one is in 118, so let's put 118 right now here. This is a long sample, and usually with these long samples, you gotta so the sample actually runs until like right here. I'm gonna cut it right here because I don't think I'm gonna be using any of this part. Let me see something. See, I'm just gonna use this part. Maybe this part actually, because this part has everything from the loop. So we can do two things. We can just go here to the tempo and just change the tempo to 150, and now why didn't it? Okay, let's put time stretch the sound right here in the inspector, and then we're gonna go up down here to the inspector where it says file tempo not set. We're gonna put it to 150. So right now it's not working what I was trying to do, but what we can do is we can time stretch this now. And so now this one was 118 actually. And now we have it. So in order for me to set in time this sample, which was in 118, and I put it in 150, I wanted to speed it up. I have to set the tempo of the file itself here in the inspector. As you can see to my left, we got this area that says file tempo, and it's set not set. We set it up to 118 because that is the original tempo of the sample. But then in our DAW, we set it to 150, and we set our time stretch here in the left corner of our DAW also. We set the time stretch to sound and the tempo to time stretch. And that way, the sample actually adjusts to the 150 tempo, which is the project BPM, if that makes sense. Let's bring it back to the one over here and let's see how that sounds. So we practically time stretched it from a really low BPM to a really a fast one, and it doesn't lose the quality of the BPM. And from here, what I like to do is either we start adding the drums, or we can do the next really favorite thing is to press Command and R and reverse the whole sample. That sounds so dope right now, de verdad. You guys should let me know what you think of that, because it sounds amazing. Let's see if anybody on Instagram was saying anything. Oh, sí, Super Harmonium también, Citar. Alt S igual a desapego. Brutal. Gracias, Jay. Jay Tulsi en la casa, mi gente. Pero sí, aquí, you know, we're just having fun. This is a small tutorial, so there's not gonna be a lot of things going on. So just enjoy what's happening here. So ahora mismo, right now, what I did was I reversed the whole sample. And then I get another vibe. And it sounds like this. But if I don't like it, I can just Command R. And then we got that again. So another thing that we could do is add halftime. And halftime is my favorite, dude. And now this will change the vibe completely. Check this out. So you can just play with this. It just lowers it, you know, it just puts it like half a time and it plays with the pitch. But you could have the mix here come in. Now you have those two elements. And if you want to layer it a bit more, then you can go to one of your instruments, your favorite instrument, and just start playing with it. Like right now, I want to go to heat up. And I want to go, I don't remember which it was. I think it was pads. But it's one of my favorite instruments, sounds from this one. It's called Don't. I think it's pads. Yeah, right here. And this one sounds like this pad. And I absolutely love it. You know, this says it's in E flat. Let's see. See, now I add that small layer in the background and it gives it a more ominous sound. I don't know, like something like that. Let me record something really quick here. It would be like, I don't know. What do you think of that, guys? I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. Yes, I do know. If I think it's pretty cool, then I know, right? Then we'll just and then to make it like a chord, maybe I would. Oh. I will make this into a chord. And then maybe harmonize these with like the fifth above, which is gonna be E flat. Something like this, maybe? I don't know. See, now I have a different layer to that. I'm gonna lower a little bit. It's just in the background. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. And you know, now we can go on and to build the beat. So the thing is that I have to put it to one shot so that that little tail comes out. That little tail is very important, man. That little tail, I'm telling you. So I'm also gonna have like another clap here, giving like a little layer. Let's see what else. Let's choose this one, the juice one. So what I'm gonna do with this one is like, I'm just gonna leave it for every second snare like this. So be like, yeah. You get the hang of it now? How about for the hi-hats? What are we gonna do for them? Let's use this one, colors. And we're gonna be the one shot at full level, no repeat. All right, we're gonna duplicate that and we're gonna put it over here. Okay, my brothers. The one thing with that, I'm gonna change the pitch of the hi-hat a little bit. We're gonna go to the MIDI now. We're gonna select them all. Let me take the no repeat out here. I'm gonna go to action as you normally see me do. I just lower down a little bit that second hi-hat to give it that bounce. We'll later on give it more stuff, but yeah. Hey, hey. Hey, so I'm looking for the 808 now. Let's see what we can find here. Where is it? Right here, Sublab, one of my favorites. Ahora que se pone buena la cosa. Hey, no. Vamos a ver para the future. Sencillo. Sencillito. Sencillito, mi gente. Eso es todo, eso es todo. Suena duro, suena duro, suena duro. No sé qué es la que hay, pero estos kicks como que no me gustan. Vamos a tratar este de golf. A ver ahí. Este va aquí, este no va bien, este no está aquí, este no está bien aquí, este va aquí. Alguien búsqueme a Eladio Carrión. Alguien búsquelo, brother. Y enseñen este beat, por favor. Muchas veces ando acá, muchas veces yo te quiero. Esta veces canto piro, cuando puedes canto piro. Canto verde, ya me cansé, no me voy solo. Ya no me lo sé, no. No, I need another open hi-hat, man. Maybe this one. Exacto. Lower a little bit. And that's it, ya ahí lo tenemos. Let's see Instagram, how's it doing? Yo, Instagram, que es la que hay. Instagram, que es la que hay, mi gente. Sígueme en YouTube para que puedan comentar. Ahí lo tienen, mi gente. Ahora, now the point of this video was to show you the sampling part, which was this first part that we did. We basically turned a loop that was in 118 and turned it into a 150 BPM, and then we added some halftime to give it a little bit of that low end texture, I guess, and also like make it feel like it's going fast but also slow at the same time. And then we added some pads, some of my favorite pads, and we got that. Got this. And now it sounds like this. That's it. That is it, my friends. Like for that beat, right? I wouldn't do anything more to it. Just like maybe arrange this a little bit, and it would just be like this. Erase all of this. Maybe take this out and be like. Yeah, you know what you can do after that? We can maybe bring in this. Keep going with this. Some sort of something like this. But what I would do is I would take this and mix down this selection. I'll have it right there, like I'll have it in stereo, and now I'll add some kickstart to it, you know, kickstart 2, have it like that's dope. That's dope. Bring in some bells that later after that. Maybe bring in this. Nah, that's just dope. That could be like the whole thing right there. we could duplicate that and take out this, take out the kick, and just have it like this. I like that this little effect right here. Maybe here. See, and you keep arranging the track however you like and just get the feel for it, you know? Yo, please comment on this video. Fire, not fire, what's going on? I don't see anybody in the chat today, and we're making some fire music. Let's do this, let's do this. Up, yeah, go now, go now. Yeah, man. I mean, that's how you do it, and you just keep layering stuff. We can layer some brass tabs on top of all this, you know. We can bring in maybe a synth. And maybe like tubular bells. See what I mean? That's just a small layer. Just one hit. Just one hit. That's it. Just one hit. That's all you need. And we can have one here, one hit here. That's it. Oh, my phone just died. The one with the comments just died. This even sounds a little sporty to me. Maybe because I've been doing just sports music like lately, like all the time. See if I had any bells here that sounded really cool. See that? That's a nice layer right there. I prefer it to be like an octave up. That's very cool. That's a nice, just a nice layering there, just to play with it a little bit. We don't even need it actually, that sound, but yeah. Let me check my stream here for a second. Yeah, doing good, we're doing good. We're done with kind of the sampling part of the beat. We're just playing now. We're just like grooving to it. You can now like go and add more percussive sounds and make the drums sound a little bit more interactive, and then duplicate that and have only the drums play, and play with the arrangement from here. You know, I don't want to dive into that today because it was all about the sampling part. But yeah, that's the way I do it. Other than that, I wanted to also show you another thing of sampling. Like, let's say I didn't want to use all these drums. Let's say I didn't want to use none of these drums. So I'm going to mute all the drums. This is all the drums, but not the 808. Not the 808. Right? Just the drums. Right? Just the 808 and the melodies and the stabs are playing right now, right? But let's say I wanted to use a drum loop, but I wanted to also sample the drum loop, right? Because the drum loop is already made for you. I sound like that commercial from Unison. It's already made for you. For you. Whatever. The thing is, I'm gonna go here to drum loops. Okay, let's listen to some of these loops in context of this. This one sounds really cool. Now, obviously, we can just take this one and put it right here, and. Now there's another interesting way of taking this drum loop and sampling it a bit. So I will use Impact for this. So Impact is the drum machine VST native from Studio One. I love doing my drums here, but I also like to have my drums on their own little sampler because of different reasons. You know, mixing, processing, everything is easier when you just have them in one channel. But in this case, we're going to be using a loop for Impact because I want to spread all the drum patterns into all the pads. So it's easier for me to visually see them when it's on the pad than right on the keyboard. And it's easier for me to do that on Impact because why? Let me show you. I'm going to take my loop. I'm going to press it. I'm going to hold and drag it into this first pad here from Impact. But now I'm going to press Shift and I'm going to hold Shift and let go of my mouse, and now the sampler samples the loop itself, you know. And so as you can see, it's right here. So I'm gonna mute this sample, right? And I'm just gonna play the what we did right now. There you go. It's all sampled right there. And you can like do stuff with this, like maybe take this one out, take all the ones that are in between out. See, it gives you another kind of weird thing going on. The cool thing is that now, if I wanted to, I can just see, I have now this here. Sometimes this is what happens. You get the kick with that hi-hat right there, and it's just part of it. We can go here and edit this sample and beat, see, but it still has it there. It doesn't have any And the cool thing about it though is that you can write it down then. Let's say I wanted to continue from here. Let's say I wanted to do that, right? Let's see. Let's say it's that pattern, it's that random pattern, whatever, right? But I'm having a problem with this kick because the kick has like a hi-hat. Well, I can go to my pad and see this is the kick that I'm using, right? So I'm using this kick. So what I can do is just go to my files and find a, you know, I don't know, like a kick that would sound perfect with that, you know, like maybe one of these kicks. Some of them already have the maybe this one, you know, and now I can go here and just change that pad, and now I have that kick right there. And go. I don't have that hi-hat anymore with the kick, so that's pretty cool also. So that's just some of the things that you can do with Impact and Sample One when it comes to sampling, if you want to sample those drums. And you can also filter them here by sample that you're using, and after that you can add them here. Let's say you're using this one, you can go here to this little number right here on the pad, and then pick a different, like a different channel for it in the mix window, and then you can just add effects and stuff like that, and also mix it and turn it into audio. So yeah, infinite possibilities of sampling. You just gotta explore, man. Just gotta go deep into it. My ear is killing me, man. Oh, it was my glasses. They were like really pressing on my ear right there. All right, so I'm gonna just erase this last thing that I did, because they're not really going in the beat. This is what's really going on the beat now. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do to this beat. And yeah, guys, like just like that, we got a beat sampled. We can then later on go to like mix down this selection. Let's color a different color. No. And then this one, I can go here to quantize half again, right? Let's check that one out. And we can do the same thing that we did in the first part of the video, where we split it at the grid and then we add it to sample 1 and sample it there. You know, and how do we do that? We go to quantize half, then Control S, split, X for the, you know, the crossfade, and then just right click and audio, send to new sample 1. And we got it right here. So it starts from here. And now we have something here. So check it out. For this second part, if it sounds too like... see? I mean, I could just keep going all day. I could just keep going all day. Like, you can add stuff like that and add like a lot of reverb and stuff. Check it out. Right? We got that part, whatever. It's crazy. I know. I'll just go here to this part and let's see what see? And you know what I would do? You can go even further if you want to sample this and just group this and turn it into an audio file like that. Or do what I was doing, Control M, and mix it down, right? And now to this one, you can just go to every other part like this. Chop it up like this. And then select them all, Command R, and then reverse them. And then shape your sound. I think I would just like maybe then play a little bit with this. Yeah, you can go further if you wanted to. I mean, I would just add like maybe a little beat delay so that it just takes up more of it. That's it. And maybe we can have it over here, maybe better. And there you go, man. You have like a very different, you have like 4 different parts here that you can arrange in different parts and make a beat. Make it like an original, unique beat, sounding like modern and also scary, and just using all modern techniques of sampling. And nothing that I did, I find that is super difficult, you know. we can have that guitar come in with like a high pass shelf. All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm ending the stream, yo. I'm gonna be ending the stream, yo, right now. Bueno, gracias a todos los que estuvieron aquí, mi gente que se estuvieron conectando en Instagram. Déjame bajar esto un poquito, que esto está lo loco, papi. Déjame bajar el máster. Duro. Como pueden ver, lo mejor de la música que yo hago, lo que a mí me encanta hacer, es que yo puedo hablar por encima de ella y no hay ningún problema. Así que nada, le quiero dar las gracias a todas las personas que estuvieron sintonizando conmigo hoy en Instagram y en YouTube. Acuérdate, si estás en Instagram, ve a mi canal de YouTube, dale subscribe y dale a la campanita, ¡bling!, para que esté al tanto cuando yo me voy live, porque yo soy random. Yo puedo ser que me vaya live hoy, mañana, después, y después no vaya live como por una semana. Pero todas las semanas estamos haciendo algún live explicando algo de lo que sea que me dejen en los comentarios, algo que quieran aprender de Studio One o de producción. Aquí estoy a la orden. Dillian Mode, un servidor. Síganme en Instagram como Dillian Mode Beats y en YouTube Dillian Mode Beats también. Denle a la campanita para que estén al tanto de este canal. También estoy exhibiendo mis pistas. Todas estas pistas que he estado haciendo las voy a estar poniendo en este canal en YouTube, debajo de Playlist Beats. Ahí van a estar todas esas pistas, y si quieres comprar una me dejas saber, me puedes enviar un email y negociamos, mi gente, negociamos. También estamos aquí dándole toda la semana, y si tienen algún comentario, alguna sugerencia, mira, déjenlo en los comentarios abajo si quieren escuchar, si tienen alguna sugerencia o lo que quieran que yo trabaje en Studio One para ustedes, para que aprendan in English. I'm here for you guys. If you need any tutorials from Studio One, anything that you want to see me do in the DAW, just leave them down in the comments below. I'll be reading them, and we can do that in the next live. So remember to hit that bell button, subscribe, and hit that bell button so that you know when I'm live again. It's always a pleasure and an honor to be able to do this in front of you guys. Kind of nerve-wracking, but I've got used to it. You know, nobody's perfect, and you know, just trying to do this music thing for the long haul. You know what I mean? So yeah, all my beats will be up on my YouTube channel. You know, these beats that I've been doing on these past live streams, they're gonna be up on my channel this week. So you can go over there and check them out, listen to them, write to them. And if you want to work with those beats, hit me up on email at dillianmode@dillianmodebeats.com, and maybe we can work something out. I'll help you produce that track, okay? But as always, guys, it's a pleasure, an honor to be able to do this, and thank you. So that's it for me today. Just listen to the rest of the beat, and I'm out. Yeah, thank you to everybody who came out and talked to me on Instagram. Yeah, just know that I can't comment on you guys too much. Let me just comment here, see if my comment went out to everyone. Oh yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Remember, hit that bell button. See you.